What's up everybody, it's Dono. In this video I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to change your flow and get your flow on beat a little bit better. I got a question about changing your flow to make it fit the beat better, and basically what it was asking is how come he can flow a cappella, but then when he tries to translate it to a beat, it's a little bit harder. Let's first talk about the difference between a cappella and a beat, because the way that you interact with these two things is very different and plays into how hard it is to flow. So with an a cappella verse, you have full control over the timing, and you can kind of get away with some stuff that you can't get away with on a beat. Some of the transitions and whatnot will still sound nice when you do them in a cappella, but on a beat, you won't be able to get away with it because the beat is the one that controls the pacing. So if you're having problems because you're used to writing in a certain way and then reciting however you want, but then you get on beat, there's a couple things to keep in mind. The first thing that you're going to need to learn how to do is count bars. If you don't already know how to count bars, it's pivotal because it lets you break down the song into pieces, and then you can more easily see where to place your lyrics. I'm not going to go into how to count bars in this video. However, I have other videos that you can check out that'll help you learn how to count bars. Second thing you're going to want to do is freestyle over beats, or at least like scat over beats, quite a bit until you get familiar with it. The reason for this is because that's going to help you get used to flowing over a beat. That'll help you practice putting words or at least sounds into those positions once you've learned how to count bars. Then when you're ready to write, you'll be in a better position to put words onto the beat. The third thing I'm going to recommend is write with the instrumental actually playing. That way, as you write, you can test your lines against the instrumental and see how they fit. If you just write an entire song just off on your own and then you try to put it on an instrumental, it's going to be a lot more difficult, and it'll probably take some adjustments in your writing to make it fit. Now, when you have a lot of practice and you've done it for a long time, yes, you can just kind of write separately and then go throw that over most instrumentals. The thing is, not everyone is at that level. So while you're practicing and learning, you want to write with the instrumental and then try to translate your lines as you write them to see how they fit and how they need adjusted. Fourth, as a general rule, keep in mind that 10 to 16 syllables is what's going to fit most comfortably over most beats for most flows. I keep saying most because you can kind of change it up and there are some exceptions, but that's a general rule for beginners. So as you're writing, try not to write lines that are in, like the 20 syllable count, because you're going to have a hard time fitting those into the bars most of the time. Finally, the last thing that I want to recommend is don't be afraid to edit what you've written to fit the instrumental better. Yes, like I was saying, as you have a lot of skill, you'll be able to adapt a lot more to the instrumental based on your writing. However, while you're still working on it, don't be afraid to take out some words, add some words, switch things up so that it fits to the instrumental that you're trying to use. Sometimes the way that you've written things out makes it really difficult to flow it at a certain pacing. Again, a cappella, you have a lot more control over how that comes out, but on a beat, the beat is going to keep you to that tempo and count. So you have to kind of adjust to the beat because you don't have the control. That's all I've got for this video. Hopefully at least a couple of those will help you be able to transition your lyrics onto the beat a little bit better. As always, if you have any questions, comments, topics you want me to cover, leave them down in the box below. I'll get to them as quick as I can. Beyond that, I've got a full 30-day course that'll teach you pretty much everything I know about rapping. That'll be down in the description. On top of that, I have also got a website, rapbetter.com. You can check out some more free resources. Keep practicing, and I will see you next time. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos, and if you have any questions, comments, or topics you want me to cover, leave them down in the box below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. See you next time.